Check it out one time. It's your man DJ Green Hornet. Yeah, doing a YouTube live once again. I'm going to discuss my one of the latest projects I did, Skit Tape, Volume 1. Know what I mean? This is the second project I made this year. I dropped. Just a little background on this project. Some of these tracks was made a few years back. A few other tracks I redid. I found the files, updated the sound to get things a little bit sharper. So this project right here is something that I wanted to make years ago. I've been moving around a lot, things like that, setbacks with my equipment and such. Some of the releases that I made last year was all new cuts. The reintroduction album that had a few things that was ideals and little snippets that was kind of older too that I was working on. But the Skit Tape is a little bit different. Mostly it's instrumental albums, plus I put some movie clips and things like that and meshed it all together. So this is the ideal of what I was gonna do first time around, just started to make things and stuff like that. So I said, well, next time, I make something new, why don't I put something out that was kind of made years ago at the same time. Some of these things even might have been like on my MySpace page or a Reverb Nation page, things like that, few of the instrumentals I was talking on them. So, whatever, just making up stuff, But this time I said, well, I'm going to make this album, just use the instrumentals and add a few things to it. So, and I thought it came out pretty good. So you got the Huntsville project and you got the Skit Tape. You can purchase and download, both albums and all my projects on my Bandcamp page, or I got another page that you can just listen to for free. I believe that's audius.co. So the link will be in the description, so you can be able to just click on that and it'll take you right to where it belongs. Or I guess you can always Google DJ Green Hornet or the real DJ GH, also been using too. So I think that's about it as far as random talks and things like that. I don't have too much to say. Maybe some ideas will come to me after I play these tracks. So I'm going to get into the first track right now. A little background on this track. I wanted to sound like a news, beginning of some kind of news show, like of Inside Edition or like a Entertainment Tonight type something, like a breaking news type beat right here. So then it comes off, it ends with a skit. So that's how I wanted to start this album off, with the instrumental, then had the skit playing. So let's play the first instrumental right here off the Skit Tape, Volume 1. All right, let's get into it.
turn all these white boys into wannabe gangsters. I know, my nephew shows up at a picnic. Guess what he says to me? Well, what's up, nigga? Come on, I'm serious.
Yes, I'm back. That's track one. That's that track is called the TV Spot / Wannabe Gangster Skit. That's off the album. Mostly instrumentals and movie clips to this one. So hope you guys can hear me. It's a little under the weather for last 2 days, so I'm feeling much better. Knocked it out, took some cold medicine. I'm not trying to get the COVID, all that stuff. I don't feel sick like that. I don't know what's going on with that COVID stuff, but I went right to Target and whatnot and got me some cold medicine and some allergy pills, and I knocked it out. I'm pretty much back to normal, so I don't know nothing about that COVID stuff. Not trying to take the pill or the shot or vaccine or whatever that is. I don't. Hopefully, people that actually got the COVID, they feel much, better, and recover and stuff like that. So, all right. So that's the first track off the album. So the next skit is called with the Session and the Expedition. So it starts off with a with a movie clip, then an instrumental, and this track is basically like an experimental track, instrumental right here. Sounds good in the whip or in the headphones. You got the panning, so you got like the left to right or the right to left, whatever type of sound going through the audio. I wanted to be something really different. And working with the different effects and feel all the equipment and things like that. So, that's why I sound like this. Give it a really good session. Something to listen to when you doing your session thing. You know what I mean? So let me get into the second track. It's called the Session / Expedition. Let's get into it.
Hey, we're asking twice. We're no problem. All right, good looking out, Jimmy. Word up. All right. Ain't this that killer British man? Well, yeah, shit.
Yes, that was the Session / Expedition track right there. Let me see. Say about that track. What to say? Yeah, as far as working with the different effects and trying to do something different. As far as with the beat, the sample I used, and one thing about doing the sampling and stuff like that. Sometimes I forget like where I got that beat from. Sometimes I write it down. Sometimes I'm just listening to stuff. Random things. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna see if I can use that. With my production and things like that. So I'm kind of not sure where I found that one from. So that would be a mystery. If you know that sound or that beat, let me know because I don't remember. All right, so the next track or the instrumental probably sounds familiar. Maybe the movie clip too. So the next track is called it's The Boss Skit / The Big Payback Scratch. Now this instrumental is interesting because actually it was kind of scratching over it and using samples and stuff like that. And I thought maybe I'll just use an instrumental. I can come back and scratch over it, redo the scratches another time. The samples that I use, I didn't want to use again, so I said, well, let me just use the instrumental instead. So never know. Maybe in the future I come back and scratch over this track and just redo it over. But this is actually something I scratched over it and I used very vocal samples throughout this track right here. This is called The Boss, The Big Payback Scratch. This is number 4. No, this is track number 3. Track number 3. And sure, let's get into it.
Did I buy you that dress, you piece of shit?
Well, I guess so. You're the guy I work for.
I'm the guy you work for, huh? In that case, I may just flush you down the toilet.
This track right here, I like the instrumental. Got like a filter effect on it. Got like some kind of little wavy effect on it too. You know what I mean? Big Payback Scratch.
Who is this superhero?
Yep. So that's track number 3 right there. The Boss, The Big Payback Scratch. instrumental right there. That was a bit longer. Um, as I said before, that was beat right there. I was actually scratching over, so I decided I didn't want to scratch over it. Just wanted this mostly be an instrumental type of album with the skits and things like that, and kind of focus on the movie clips that I picked. Um, one of the older tracks. Most of all these tracks are older. Just ideas and things I put together. I thought it sound good. So the next one is just a small interlude right here. Green Hornet intermission right here.
Green Hornet.
All right. So this album right here, a couple of the tracks I didn't post, maybe like 3 of them online. I didn't post the Green Hornet intermission, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and the Space Sonic interlude. That's part of the mix, kind of like a hidden bonus tracks on the mix on the Bandcamp page. You can download those songs. These tracks is actually in the mix, So that was one on right here. The next track right here, it's called a retro video game interlude, and I wanted something to sound kind of chaotic, something old school at the same time, took a video game sample and also added my own sounds, more sound like a arcade, like back in the days, if you grew up going to the arcades and stuff, you hear many different sounds and other games and stuff like that. So that's what the next track is called, the retro video game interlude. So let me get into that one real quick. Yeah, that track is interesting. Just for the fact too that recently I've been seeing like stuff people been sampling for like video games, like the Game Boy system, Game Boy Advance, making beats for like video games and things like that. So I kind of dabbled in something like that, something similar. I've been, seeing this online. People been doing something, um, you know, um, kind of sort of like what I did, in the past. So it feels good to see like I'm still kind of current. There's always going to be people doing, of course, music for like video games, but sampling from video games is probably it's not a new thing, but once again something currently I came across, um, last even few weeks, people doing stuff. So I had to add that into it because, like, well, I had similar things like that in the past. So the next next track is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This is just a little small intermission. It's one of the tracks you can download on the Bandcamp page, but it's in the mix. Um, this track right here, or this movie where I got this the vocals from the snippets that um, somebody posted maybe like about a year or two ago. Somebody said it was joking about this movie, like made a joke about this movie. I was like, well, I actually sampled something from this movie, so I sampled like 2 things, you know. they didn't even say nothing back. Of course, they're not gonna say nothing process like, "Oh yeah" or something. I don't know what they remember, but I doubt it. That it said something like, "Oh, that's pretty cool" or whatever like that. But yeah, I've been had found something from that movie that I can sample from. So this is just a quick intermission right here. This is not for download. This is, intertwined or one of the hidden tracks that's on the mixtape version, the Skit Tape Volume 1. So let me play the interlude real quick. The Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
We can't stop, won't stop. Rockin' that rhythm till we hit the top. Rockin' that rhythm till we hit the top. We can't stop.
All right. So the next track right here is called Untitled Skit. And basically, this is just various um, parts of movies I put together. I wanted to sound like an old radio slash like TV, like a futuristic TV channel, like how you turn the channel and instead of like a static sound or a hit sound or something like that, I use something else to sound like you got the remote, you change the channel, it's going to the next clip. So, and this is one of the tracks that's kind of older. I didn't have to touch it up or do anything like that. I like that how it is. This is just a title skit, just various things I just put together to make it sound like you flicking the channel, trying to find something. So I'm gonna play that, and then the next track is the Space Sonic interlude. That's just a quick little intermission or part, just to lead off to the next track. So let me play the Untitled Skit. I didn't know what the name is, so I said, well, what could I name this? So I just named Untitled Skit. So that's what that is right here. That's why I named it that. So
The Green Hornet. King of the Green Hornet. King of the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet. Don't make me do it! I'll do it, I swear to God! Look, I got a job to do. And I heard that you're affiliated with some gentlemen that can provide me some community assistance.
If she wants to smoke, she's gonna smoke. All right, we're paying fucking customers here. What? What you got? Huh? It's the worst fucking head I ever got in my life.
Hello?
Yo, Ratchet. I need to talk to you right away.
What's up?
I have an important discussion to talk to you about.
My nigga, man, I'm glad you joined me into this shit, man. Know that ain't for love, man. Welcome to the motherfucking $1 Million Boys Club. Ain't seen shit yet.
The same rider.
Holy cow! What? The mail and both at once, boss. Hey, let me see that.
yeah, that's the Untitled Skit. And the next track is called the Space Sonic interlude. Just sitting down. You might have saw heard that sample on the Hunt's Villain mixtape too. So I think that's like the part of the first track, the intro. Like the second part of the intro. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Untitled Skit right there. I had no name for it. Just various tracks. So I'm gonna play the Get Down and Rock With Me sample right here. I thought this one was pretty cool to add to the Skit Tape Volume 1, kind of something fun to listen to. call this it's an instrumental interlude right here. So I'm gonna play that one, play that track, and Get Down and Rock With Me instrumental. Yep, so that's the Get Down and Rock With Me intermission right there. Let's see, we'll go to the next track. I'll call this one is Crime Legacy Da Vinci Family Skit. So this is the prequel or the intro of the last track, which is called Crime Legacy Urban Mafia Don. So took this this track right here, interesting. Of course you might heard the instrumental, So I put an effect to that sound effect, and I chopped up, various parts to this the movie, the scenes and stuff like that. And I thought it sounded out pretty cool, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is actually the intermission to the last song. So and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the Get Down and Rock With Me, Crime Legacy, and the last track, Urban Mafia Dawn, is was tracks that was on my MySpace page. So if I'm not mistaken, so let me get into this second to last track.
Crime Legacies.
Skipping.
The dangerous. So the master of the tricks has made his move.
Well, what do we do if Da Vinci moves in?
No one dead. He's an old man.
Don Da Vinci.
The master of tricks.
So that's Crime Legacies, the Da Vinci Family skit. So I always say I'm going to do a part 2 of that skit. So look out for that. I might want to do that, on one of my next projects right here. So that's volume 1 right there. So you might get a volume 2. So yeah, let me get to the last track. Yep, this is Crime Legacy, the Urban Mafia Dawn. This is actually one of the tracks right here that I had the instrumental. Might have had like 2 or 3 versions of this beat, where I touched it up a little bit, and I had to redo the skit part over, because and shorten the song, because a lot of the songs that you notice was kind of short. So maybe the big payback scratch. That's because I was actually scratching over it. I think that track is about like 2 minutes long. But other ones I kind of made short. Um, since it's mostly like an instrumental type album right here. So yeah, this one I actually kind of redid over, but kind of kept it the same. You know what I mean? That's the first one. It's kind of like not a real big difference between this version and the original version. Maybe as far as the sound quality or the volume is up a little bit higher uh, than the first one. You know what I mean? A lot of the tracks I couldn't find the original tracks, or I was kind of maybe like dubbing them over or things like that. Working on my recording process, record some songs. Some things was going straight to CD. Some things was on my sampler still. So I had to, either, recreate beats or boost up the volume on some of the tracks. So this one is kind of like I got my volume, audio better, and also I redid the track. So we'll play the last song, the Urban Mafia Dawn instrumental with the Crime Legacy instrumental, and the Urban Mafia Dawn, his national skit, UMD. So play the last track.
Crime legacies, crime legacies, crime legacies.
Shit, man. You gonna get all this up trying to do some other shit? Fuck, I mean, and these motherfuckers are trying to make it their business to lock me the fuck up. You gonna get all this up.
Crime legacies.
8-track stereo, color TV in every room, and can snort a half a piece of dope every day. That's the American dream, nigga. Well, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it?
Crime legacies, crime legacies, crime legacies.
Yeah, so that was the last track. That one's called The Crime Legacies Urban Mafia Dawn. Skit right there to like 2 movie clips, put them together, try to make it like a dialogue, kind of like they're interacting with each other, talking to each other and stuff like that. So hopefully, if you listen to it, you'll get it without explaining it to me. So whoever listening to, this video, they'll know now. But hopefully, if first time listen to it, like, okay, I see what he's trying to do. Let me see what I got for you guys. So that's it. That's the skit tape. Also, I'd like to add that I finally was able to upload the first album that I did last year. Was the DJ GH reintroduction album. I got that up. You can purchase that if you like. I redid two tracks on there. I did the punk cop skit. Then I also did what's that? John Witherspoon, the hip hop comedy skit. So I did those two over. So if you listen to the original mix and you listen to the updated versions, you'll hear a little bit different. Um, yeah, so I did and I did the punk cop skit. I wanted to do it like how I did it like the first time, but for some reason I couldn't figure out how I did the first one. So I did the best I could and got my volume and then an audio right. I just redid it, but like I said, try to keep it kind of like the same like originally, like I envisioned it, so it won't be like too crazy off, as far as me trying to experiment more. So I want to see if I can play that for you since I got this on live. This is the new edited version of that track. That's just a quick intermission right there. Let me see. Let's see, hopefully this is it right here. I'm gonna play it.
Punk ass, bitch ass, crooked ass cop, bitch ass, crooked ass cop, bitch ass, crooked ass cop, crooked ass cop, crooked ass cop, crooked ass cop, crooked ass cop.
All right, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play the hip hop comedy.
So in the hip hop, where did hip hop come from? Start listening to sagging of the pants. Get to the kid walk around their pants hanging off. This shit is not hip. That's not hip. Look at that shit. That's not hip with your mother. Pants hanging out now. And my son don't even know how to say it. My son look walk around like party like a rock, party like a rock star, party like a rock, party like a rock star. One side high, so high, and you know this, all in. Stop it all right now, kickbox.
Yep. So that track right there, actually redid that one over, so that I just didn't like amp up the volume or anything like that. So I actually relooped the sample up, and I had to find the audio where I got the comedy sketch from. So that took a minute. Then when I got to listen to that, the audio wasn't all that. So you know what I mean. However, I recorded it years ago, so that was something that one of the older things in a punk cop skit was older too. So, but I wanted to add that to the reintroduction um, album. That was just ideal, just coming, just starting to make stuff and put things together. So that was for us on the reintroduction album. So it's not too much a bigger difference between this edit and the last edit, except maybe the quality, you know what I mean? But it still got like this own kind of effect to it too, because it sounds like it has like a tape, old cassette tape type of a feel to it too, like you popped it in and it got that old cassette tape audio Maxwell, or one of those kind of back in the days audio. So that's it. As far as the skit tape, um, probably won't make nothing or another project till maybe like the summertime or spring. I'm pretty much thinking I'm gonna make a skit tape too. You know, same thing. Or find some older things I can just kind of like some instrumentals I can just add and update some of the sounds and stuff. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna be working on too. Just all new stuff like the last joints I made, the Murders Hornets, Social Distance, and the latest project is the Huntsville mixtape. You can all purchase that on the Bandcamp. I'm gonna put the links in the description, and make sure you just just share, comment, you know, purchase something. That'd be best. I think most of the stuff I set $5, or if you just want to buy one thing, it's just $1. So you can do that. Just buy a couple things. And if you don't want to buy anything, it's all good too. Just listen to it. That's all. That matters. It's like a million artists and things like that. So I don't, feel bad if somebody don't like my stuff or don't listen to it. But if you want to support, that's all good too. Because I'm going to continue to always make stuff. Figure I'm an artist. I'm going to make my catalog and stuff too and get more comfortable. Where I'm at, kind of settle down, stuff like that. As far as moving around things, invest in stuff and new sounds, and I want to teach myself how to make stuff as far as for production and things like that. So I already had working on new things, and once again, it might be till like summertime. I want to put something out, maybe like the end of summer, But I'll probably be dropping like 2 things, I dropped the newest project with all new stuff. Then I'll probably want to do a Skit Tape Volume 2, either drop at the same time, or, maybe I'll do the Skit Tape one week to the new one, the next week, or the reverse, dropping the latest project, then had a Skit Tape Volume 2. And so that's what it is as far as music and things like that. So now I continue to do stuff on the Twitter and the YouTube, and keep people update, stuff like that. As long as if I have some content or something I want to say, I'm just gonna jump on the YouTube and let you guys know as far as and keep you updated probably what I'm working on and things like that. So that is probably it. And then also, I'll probably maybe want to do some one-off projects, on the maybe to have my stuff on vinyl. So I'm curious to see, what companies I can send my stuff to. I did some research, so maybe I'll just do a one-off project for myself to have my stuff on vinyl. I know somebody said today on a social network said, they want to listen to my stuff. They said they only buy like physical stuff. So if they want to, if it's people want to actually want to buy something physical, that'd be nice too. I had to find out how to press that stuff up. But if people not really purchasing my stuff off the digital format, I don't know if I want to press up or a whole bunch of copies of things that people's not going to buy. It doesn't make sense, we're in the age of digital. So, but if it's a way for people that want to purchase something, physical. Like, no, I don't. I like that physical stuff. I'll make something that you can buy and physically have it. I don't know how the quality of stuff would be. You know what I mean? Nowadays you can just basically burn your stuff. You can buy it digital. You can burn it on a CD. So you can have your digital copy like that. Um, but yeah, if you want to cut the middleman out, you can always email me and put something in my Cash App, and I'll send you the files, the digital files, and you add the MP3s or the WAV files, either one you want, and you can burn that onto a blank CD that you have around the house. So, and also I'll send you the art that goes with it. So that's it. I want to wrap it up. This is your man DJ Green Hornet. Follow me on the social media. Make sure you check out the Skit Tape Volume 1 and all my other albums, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Thanks for listening, and I'm out. Peace.